This past NBA season, Nikola Jokic was named the MVP, which is a choice I won't argue against, as his Nuggets finished third in a competitive Western Conference, while the Joker led the league in most advanced stats. But what if Stephen Curry is actually the most valuable player in the NBA? We're all familiar with the baby-faced assassin's greatness, a two-time MVP and three-time NBA champion that is universally recognized as one of the most influential players of all time. But the truth is, Steph is one of, if not the biggest offensive threat ever, and he reminded it to us once again this season. If you watch Warriors games, you can see Curry being double-teamed as soon as Golden State does a high pick and roll.
Curry long distance, hits a three.
And if he somehow manages to drive towards the basket, 3 to 4 defenders instantly jump on him. Yet, Steph still manages to score a league-leading 32 points per game and an unreal 33 points per 75 possessions, which is one of the highest scoring rates ever. He's also doing that with some elite efficiency, especially considering how much pressure the defense puts on him and how little spacing he got. The only other players in NBA history I have possibly seen receive that much defensive attention are none other than Michael Jordan when he drove to the basket against the Bad Boys Pistons and their famous Jordan rules, as well as perhaps LeBron James and Shaquille O'Neal. That means other teams view Steph as an even bigger offensive threat than arguably the two greatest players of all time, which tells a lot about Steph Curry's greatness. This year, Steph was basically the entire Warriors offense. He constantly moved without the ball and relocated, and most of Golden State's shots were generated thanks to Curry's gravity. Listen here to Warriors small forward Andrew Wiggins explaining how Steph impacts the spacing while on the floor.
Steph is a player that, causes a lot of attention. I played one game from last year, and just in that game, I could see the difference. Just the open space I had, and just how much he creates for, his teammates, so he just makes the game easier.
But what is possibly even more staggering is how bad the Warriors are without him. You can clearly see them struggle to get good looks, which is why they only had a 2-7 record without Steph this year.
Ah! What is that?
No.
Curry's impact also translates statistically. This past season, with Stephen Curry, the Warriors won over 58% of their games and were on pace of having 48 wins in a full scheduled 82-game season. But without him, they won about 22% of their games, a massive 36% drop in win percentage. The Warriors' net rating with their franchise player also improved by 8.6 points per 100 possessions, which is the second highest on off-point differential among the NBA's official top 5 MVP candidates of the 2021 season. But it doesn't end there. With Steph Curry on the basketball court, the Warriors had a 115.2 offensive rating, which would have been the 8th best offense in the NBA. But with Steph on the bench, their offensive efficiency plummeted to only 104.9 points through 100 possessions, which would have ranked third to last in the entire league this year. Furthermore, in those minutes where Steph was off the floor, Golden State's offense was actually relative to league average, comparable to the 2016 Philadelphia 76ers, who had a historically bad 10-72 record. This is why Curry was always the most valuable player on the Warriors, even when KD was in Golden State too, which is why it doesn't matter that Steph has no Finals MVP, especially considering he should have won it over Iguodala in 2015, and that his statistics during the 2017 and 2018 Finals were better than a lot of winners of the actual Finals MVP award.
Ahead to Curry. Curry sets, fires, puts it up. Bang! Steph Curry from way downtown.
It's all of that, paired with his great stats, amazing peak, all-time great resume, his overall skill set and his cultural impact, that makes me think Stephen Curry is already a top 10 player of all time.